fridge because I knew I had to be up in a few hours.
Ooh.
Do you ever I love the ocean water at Sonic.
What?
Ocean waters are so funny because the
So
dye
good.
is so strong it'll
fuck
turn
is
your poop
Sonic?
green.
So ocean water is a drink at Sonic, which is essentially Sprite. I made my own because we don't the closest Sonic is really far from me in California. I miss them in Florida, but it's like essentially Sprite with blue food coloring and coconut extract, and it is so good.
I don't like coconut.
Extract is putting it a little.
Coconut is-
No, listen. I made my own and I used coconut extract, and you just have to do like 2 or 3 drops. That's it. You don't need a lot.
Yeah, that's definitely higher quality because when I worked at Sonic, it's just blue dye and coconut flavoring.
Coconut flavoring. Okay, so I was a little bit. That's why I was a little fancy with my
Yours-
extract.
Yours was the classy,
Oh, yeah.
almost cocktail version.
It's really good. It tastes exactly like it though. So maybe the coconut flavoring is just a cheaper version of extract.
100%. You know they're cutting corners every way they can. Diluted
I don't
with
know.
like.
The Sonic's ice is so good. There's no corners getting cut there.
That's the
Oh, you
one
want me to
place they put
spoil that one for you?
Spoil
Please.
it. Spoil it for me.
They don't clean the ice machine ever. It's rare.
Ooh,
We would
that's-
do it
that's
once
why
a
it's
year.
good. That's 100% why it's good.
And like when we cleaned it, we would melt everything, and the amount of calcium that was just vibing in there. Ooh,
Oh, I'm sure. Oh my god.
Super gross.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate
I
that
got
for
Sonic
everybody.
like every day after school in junior year of high school. Why did you do this to me? I probably was getting a lot of calcium. Good for me. That's why I wasn't deficient.
That's why my bones are strong suddenly.
So my bones are so strong. That's why it took me another 10 years to break a bone.
Right, exactly.
No
You nailed it.
osteoporosis for you.
Oh god. Oh my god.
what else can I ruin?
I don't know.
What
But
else can
please
I
do.
ruin?
If you order anything fried and it touches the ground, you don't get a new one. It just gets refried.
It just gets refried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a hell of
But
a
it
breach
kills
of.
off the,
fryer will
kills off
kill
the
it.
stuff.
Yeah,
it kills off
yeah.
the stuff. It's fine.
Hot oil.
Listen, I'm
and
okay
nothing's
with
That's
gonna
like
be
saying-
fried.
God made dirt and dirt don't
That's like
hurt.
saying
Listen.
chlorine takes the pee out of the pool. It
Listen,
doesn't.
Restaurant kitchens are way cleaner than your home kitchen. 100%.
They get cleaned more, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We just also
And
have
like,
a bunch
how
of people
often
who
have
walk
you
on that
dropped
floor.
something on the floor and been like, "That was my fucking dinner," and I'm not gonna remake that. Just pick it up.
I'll tell
Yeah,
you what
honestly,
I
say
do
not
when I
often.
drop some whenever I like drop dinner on the floor like chicken or something like that. I cry. I throw it away and I order DoorDash and I ask myself, will I ever be able to afford a house? No, and this is why.
Well, then pick it up and throw it in the frying pan or something. Kill off the bacteria. Like, just
I-
dust it off
I'm
and
with
eat
you,
it. Like,
Jilly.
it's not
I'm,
a big
I'm
deal.
tossing that. I
So
am
one
not
time
gonna eat it.
So I'm gonna tell you
It's
a story.
weird.
When I was 10, I picked up gum off the street and
Oh, that's
10,
gross.
10 years old.
yes, I
That
pick-
is too old.
I was
Yeah.
homeschooled also, so let's throw that in there.
Oh.
I didn't have a lot of
Mm.
socialization with other kids where I would have
Oh.
learned to not like touch the gum underneath your desk, right?
Mm.
So homeschooled, let's throw that in. Let's throw that in because that adds an extra layer of whatever.
And, yeah, this is one of your
2 years of
onion
development.
layers there, Jilly.
I know, and I got really sick. I got strep and I got tonsillitis, and my tonsils were like super.
Ugh.
I couldn't breathe for like a week, and then I got amoxicillin. Anyway, point is that
Rough.
I used to say no problem with things on the ground, but apparently I'm not good at deciding like what is enough time. 3-second roll, 5-second rolls, been on there since who knows when someone spit that gum out, I guess. I can't decide
If
what,
it was
where the line
in
is.
someone's mouth and outside, you don't pick it up. Like
Oh,
if
God.
I'm barbecuing and I drop food outside, I won't eat it. It's too
No,
much dirt
I'll-
and stuff.
I'll eat things that have fallen on the ground if they're not like wet. You know what I mean? Like if it's like a wet thing, like if it's chicken out of a frying pan, I'm not. That's gross.
You can
I-
just
if-
like
if I
reheat
can
it and
rinse
kill off
it-
the bacteria.
If I can
yeah.
rinse it underneath like the sink underneath water, I
Yeah.
will. But like you're not gonna rinse a cake. That's just gone.
Well,
with that
cake
attitude.
doesn't
Can't
really
refry the
count.
cake.
Cake is different.
Yeah,
if a
cake
whole
is
cake falls
different.
on the ground, you just sit there and eat any part that hasn't touched the ground.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, obviously. Obviously, you leave the
God,
frosting
you
parts on the
guys are
ground
you
that
just
are
you
there.
sit on the ground with a fork and you just finish it off.
And sometimes you have to be like, I made this mistake. There is punishments for mistakes. You're gonna eat the cake.
Right.
We don't waste
Because
food.
you don't want one of your, you don't want to add the
don't
mistake.
waste food. Food
You
is
don't want to
so
add the
expensive.
added mistake of not eating the cake, because that would also be a mistake. And what are you gonna do? Just rack up all the mistakes because you dropped your cake? You're right. You're so right.
This is true.
All right, who are we waiting for?
TC.
TC said he will be in a little bit. He's moving his girlfriend, so he's gonna be a little late.
Our man
Because-
Why
Toast.
is he
uh,
moving her? Does she want to
I
be
don't know.
moved?
They're moving in together.
Yeah.
It's just, oh, that's cute. Aww.
And that went from
Okay,
like
that's way
hold
cuter.
on, is she being like physically handled or no? No, they're moving in together.
Where is he moving her? He's gonna pick her
Yeah.
up and move her over a foot? Like, how
Left.
long can that take?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just moving left.
I think Dekai's is not gonna be here for this one.
Yeah. Keezy's got other stuff.
Then-
Waiting on Toast, I think.
Has anyone reached out to Toast?
I saw him in the chat earlier, but no, not personally.
He said, yeah, he was active and present enough to throw some fucking shade in chat earlier.
Right.
One comment about being a nerd. I see. Yeah.
I got it. Hold on.
I got it. Thanks for being the team administrator.
You're so welcome.
Clearly, I'm not. a
I'm
big
also
Takes a
fan.
realizing
village.
I need to fix things.
Like streaming.
It is
wise.
like herding cats, to be honest.
with
it is,
8
yeah.
people. Like this is a huge
Yeah.
party
Mhm.
by
This
like
is a
typical
really big
D&D
party. You took
standards.
on-
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It's-
took on like a big.
Honestly, I'm
Love you guys.
impressed that
Like
we've
scheduling
been
a no
keeping
pixel court
the,
case
Yeah.
the
every week.
regular scheduled. Yeah.
I'm impressed
Good.
that you're able to do such a big party, to be honest.
It is with a lot of struggle, but worth it.
He's on his way. I did it.
There we go. Well done.
Thanks.
It only took one curse word.
Don't smile at me.
What?
That's funny.
Found him.
Hey, it's the man.
We found him.
Hey.
Did we get here before? Well, in 2 seconds, maybe. I won't leave the voice call, but I'm just saying, like, my food's gonna be at the door.
All right,
It's
Oh
okay.
yeah, I got food coming too. Don't worry.
you guys and your food.
I always have one foot out the door. That's how I survive. The idea that I can leave at any point in time.
I mean, you do play an Irish character.
There's definitely a lot of reasons for that.
More and more appear every time we have a conversation. I'm like, aha.
Yeah, she's like Shrek. She
Onions.
has layers.
I was assuming because
Like
I
a
was green. I thought it was because I love green, not because it's
because you have
layers.
layers.
It's
Oh yeah,
because
you're the green one.
Yeah.
because you have an extreme amount of earwax buildup exclusively.
Oh.
Ew,
That
I
is
do
a-
not,
that
Fleur.
is a
I have never
deep
had an
cut.
extreme amount of earwax buildup, okay?
That is a deep cut from Shrek 1.
So, have you ever been sitting there and you feel like something fall on your shoulder and you're like, "What's that?" And you pick it up and it's like, "Oh, there's a whole big old pile of earwax." Am I the only one? Yeah.
What the fuck?
You
I've
must
had
be a
that
40-plus
happen-
year old man.
I've
Oh,
had that
great.
happen with spiders, where I'm like,
spiders,
I feel
yeah.
something on my shoulder, and I look over, there's a spider, and I'm just like fucking freaked
One
out.
time I felt something and there was inside of my bra on each boob, there was a spider on one and an ant on the other.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
I was like, okay, there's a little like dangerous game happening here. I'm gonna just
What
I'm ending
fresh
this
hell are you living
They
in
were
that
booby
can
trapped.
happen? Oh my god,
Right?
Bridget.
Were you in Florida or something? Jesus.
No. So where I live in the Bay Area, there was a military research base during World War II
Go
who was
Niners.
doing research on black widows,
Oh.
and they were trying to turn black widow's venom into a biological weapon. The war ended, and instead of destroying the hundreds of thousands of black widows they had been experimenting on, they released them into
It
the
sounds
area.
like the Spider-Man origin. Is it? Is this what's going on?
I know it does sound like it.
Yeah, when
I'm
you
like, I
get
found out, I'm
bit-
like, damn, I'm 70 years too late to become Spider-Man. Fuck.
too bad that when you get bit by these, you just die.
Probably. Like I said, they were experimenting on to form biological weapons, so.
Yeah, just you and
yeah.
all of your family.
Yeah, so
and...
we have a ton of spiders. So that's why we have a ton of spiders.
I will not be moving to the Bay
I was
Area.
having an ant invasion, okay, but I have taken care of that. I put ant traps everywhere, and they haven't appeared for 3 years now.
Suck.
I bought like pesticides that are intense. I forget whatever the term is, but like insane grade pesticides you're not supposed to be able to get as a consumer. And so I like.
Okay, that's commercial. All
yeah,
right.
Yeah, sure, commercial. That's the word. It's Sunday.
Commercially grade available,
yeah.
commercial grade
Yeah,
pesticides.
exactly. So I nuke my lawn every year. It's probably
Oh my god.
probably not good for the environment or my neighbors, but I do it anyway. No
Or
bugs.
you. Or you.
Nah, I'm fine.
Hey, right when I said that. Oh my god, there was a little spider. Kill it. It
Oh,
was
I
on
have
the wall, though.
a spider son. He's a giant orb weaver that lives outside.
Oh. A spider.
But there's
son.
eggs, so it might be my daughter.
Probably your daughter.
Wait.
Hmm.
Wait, I thought it was a spider and it's a flying ant.
That's
All
worse.
fun.
I didn't kill it. I just said I haven't seen ants in like 3 years, and now there's a flying ant on my monitor. Okay, I tried to kill it and it flew somewhere else. I don't know where it went. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be late. I have to burn my apartment down. I'll be back in like 30 minutes.
I'll casually burn my apartment down.
There's
Okay.
only one ant
I mean,
there.
move to the East Coast. There's bugs all over. Like they get inside the house, even though you have screens. You're outside. There's just
Yep.
No,
piles of
listen, I
bugs
lived in
and-
Florida. I remember what the dinosaur times was
Oh,
like. Thank
God,
you.
yeah, it's horrible.
That would be why I nuke my lawn here in North Carolina. We have all manner
Right,
of things.
But you also are killing your fireflies, you lucker.
Nah, I
See,
don't-
this
I don't
is
have an
this
issue
is
with
Yeah.
it.
where
See, the
everyone-
fireflies eat all the bad bugs that annoy you.
I
Everyone-
love fireflies.
doesn't think the cold will be really fun, but the best part about it getting cold and freezing is
bugs.
that all that the really annoying shit just dies, and you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, but then
That happens
live
in Arizona
Canada,
too.
Live in
Mhm.
Canada, and then you get 10
Mhm.
feet of snow overnight, and you're like, I'd rather have the bugs.
No, I mean,
You guys
I
want some
do,
rattlesnakes and
and
scorpions?
I'm fine with the snow.
I'm good without any of it.
You know, people say they're fine with snow in the U.S., and then I dare you to move up here. You will
No,
change
no,
your
I'm-
mind.
I'm Canadian.
Oh, you're Canadian.
I'm well
Well,
aware.
where- no,
I'm
wait,
well
you're
aware.
West Coast, aren't you?
I'm right in the middle. I'm a Saskatchewanite.
Oh, you're Saskatchewan? Yeah, you got
Mm.
fucked.
Yeah. We get
Saskatchewanite.
the -40 wind chill,
Yeah,
fucking tons of
yeah.
snow. If
And
any,
you have no fucking
no one
mountains to
gets
stop
the
anything.
cold like I get the cold. Okay, I mean, okay, I don't get the wet cold. I don't. I know that's a different kind of cold.
We
So
get the wet cold. It's
yeah.
horrible.
And you guys also get sometimes more of like the ice kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a lot of ice shit, right?
We
Here,
get like a lot of moisture, so we get all the moisture
Mhm.
snow. It's annoying.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it gets fucking terribly cold here. One of my favorite little comics is one of my coworkers, because he moved here. He's, from, I can't remember where he was from, but, somewhere off in the world he moves here. And he's got this little comic up in his office. And so, why did I move here to the place where the weather burns my face? Like what's going on?
But see, like I'd be okay with just cold if there was less snow. Like I can manage the cold. But like waking up to that much snow where you can't open your door and you're like, fuck, I gotta actually shovel all this shit.
Yeah.
Manual labor.
I'm normally good for the first couple snowfalls because I'm like, oh, sweet, winter's here. But then kind of by the time, January
After
comes
Christmas.
around, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just like, fuck this. I'm
After
done.
Christmas, we're all like, yeah, no, we're done.
Yeah.
You just want the white Christmas and nothing else.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like everyone's
no,
dream.
no,
I've
I
told you
would
this
say no.
before. The pettiest
They're-
hill that I will die on is I will never, ever know what it is like to shovel snow out to get my car to go to work. I'm not exercising before work. Before I
Yeah,
even have to
that's
commute.
the
Fuck
problem
that.
with Canada. Is
Yeah.
like you wake up and you feel like shit and you're tired as hell, and you open the door and you're like, oh great. And that's why I bought an SUV that has 4-wheel drive, because then I just never had to shovel my
True.
driveway. in the
Also,
morning.
remember, we've been plugging our cars in forever, and it's not because they're electric, all right?
No, it's so the battery doesn't freeze. Yeah.
And the block heater.
I have like the
What?
strongest
I didn't know
counterpoint.
Yeah, we have heaters
Yep.
in our cars, so the
Yeah,
batteries
we
and shit don't
literally-
freeze.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I know in
Wow.
like Arizona or whatever, it's like the opposite of that where it's super hot, right? And the sun drains the fuck out of the batteries. Like I'll never forget, like we left our car. My mom had just replaced the battery and we didn't have an electrical drain, but it had been out in the like Arizona sun like outside when we were at like soccer games or like that, like all summer, and we were in a movie and we came out and like the battery was dead, and she had just replaced it at the beginning of summer, but it was
Oh,
literally
I've never
just,
had
like,
that happen. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Wait, are you in the hot places?
I've been in Arizona my whole life.
Yeah. I'm like, this was an older, keep in mind, these are the older cars. I'm talking about like an older Suburban too.
Mhm.
So like an older SUV might not be the same.
Yeah, like Ontario, Southern Ontario is not so bad. You don't have to plug in your car, but you go a little bit north or you go a little bit east or west, and you gotta plug in your car.
That's crazy. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's like a heater on it. It protects the battery, and it also helps the oil not freeze too.
I know
more
in
you know.
Arizona though, you guys do have all your cars pretty much just come with pre-tinted windows. Like you want them windows tinted.
The newer ones, at least, yeah.
Yeah, the newer ones. Yeah.
No one wants an Arizona fishbowl, which is not a euphemism. It's just
Arizona,
You don't know that.
supposedly Arizona cures fibromyalgia, but then I have the migraines and the sinus issues, so it'll make it worse apparently. So.
I don't know if you would have the sinus issues because it's really dry. Like I had no allergies.
That's
in
why-
Arizona. I had no allergies.
Well, they say the dryness will make your sinuses worse.
It depends on the sinus condition, because I have a severe sinus condition, and Arizona doesn't do shit for it.
Ah. Well,
we
fucking
are.
airways are overrated.
all right. Well, let's
They say as I cough.
let's go ahead and jump into this session. I am very grateful for everyone who could be here. We'll hopefully see TC later, and we'll catch Kiza up after the fact. But also, really great intermediary session with the few who could join last week. It is going to be canon in a loose sense of the word. So let's go ahead and kick off with a little recap and a music change.
Are you doing the recap? Because my memories are gone.
Yes, yeah. I'm gonna do a little
Great.
bit of a narrative recap, and then if anyone has anything to add, they can.
Is this Minecraft music?
No,
Last time on Kyrios.
right.
Sorry.
It's like Grey's Anatomy intro.
It's Minecraft.
It's not. It's
It
really.
You
is.
have to do, if you're doing Grey's
This
Anatomy,
isn't
you need
perma
to
music.
do
It's not Grey's Anatomy.
you need to
yeah.
do a monologue that says absolutely nothing in the end. That's Grey's Anatomy.
or Scrubs.
I can do that. I
Does
can
this
do
song
that.
have a
I
title?
believe you could
It's
do
called
that.
Sanctuary by an artist named Bonnie Grace, which is actually a dude.
It's Minecraft.
It's not Minecraft.
This is when you're in the mines.
My favorite. I think we should do the Rick and Morty song, Evil Morty speech song for our recap. Just personally throwing that out there.
Is it DMCA free?
No,
probably
no,
not.
it's not.
No,
Maybe-
I
maybe
don't
we'll,
think so.
Maybe we stick to the stuff that doesn't get us copywritten.
Apparently,
Um,
it sounds like C418.
Wait, no copyright music, Rick and Morty theme. Oh, it's because is this somebody else's version of it?
Which
Yeah, it'll get
actually,
dinged, though,
yeah,
if it's
actually
somebody
doesn't mean that it's
else's, yeah.
DMCA free. It means it's even worse.
Yeah.
An
Yeah.
unlicensed copy is 100% worse. Yay
Yeah.
for getting sued. Okay, anyway,
Yeah.
we'll keep derailing if we don't jump in. So let's do it.
Sorry, let's go.
After returning to Midport, the party sought answers about their time-warped experience. They discovered the world had changed in their absence, and notably, a war had begun, led by the Crimson Guard, and had erupted across Sarsia. They learned that the Emerald Company had been recently ransacked on a regular basis, and that Lord Dodd seemed to be the name thrown around as the, quote, solutioneer. A word that I just made up. After speaking with his wife, Ariana, the party learned that Lord Dodds had gone to the front lines, and therefore would not be found in Midport. They visited a temple where Father Adric was gravely ill, or fell gravely ill, due to a cursed dagger, and after a magical recovery, tasked the party with destroying it. Meanwhile, back at the end, Viz's sister, recounted her torture at the hands of dark mages, her loss of the most of her arcane power, though surprisingly she remains in her human form, perhaps due to their experimentation. Timothy found information on his recently acquired shield called the Warden's Oath, and learned of the tales of the Wardens who once protected Sarsia. The party learned that the ship, Gale Runner, had arrived back into port, and Tide reconnected with his old captain, Aelin Braddard, and was able to secure passage in hopes of journeying to Viz's home in the north. Prior to setting sail in the morning, they hatched a plan about Silwen's missing uncle, who had been working in the mines. So they went to the Dodds estate. At the estate, a skirmish ensued, nearly killing Silwen, though, through clever tactics and some good odds, were able to find a shipping manifest that showed miners had been sent to Thistledown, including her uncle. Departing, they noted that in the window, Anna saw Captain Thane Warwick, a former betrothed of her mother, and in the window of the estate was a meeting with another Crimson Guard member who, as of yet, remains unidentified. In the night, while many of the party rested, a strange occurrence happened. Timothy and Anna both awoke in the midst of the night after having had potent dreams. Before being able to fall back asleep, were suddenly transported to an otherworldly realm where the two stood beside Leon, and the three stood before a large platinum-haired being with a radiant aura. They were tasked with protecting an ancient temple in the astral sea by the celestial Mexile, Leon's guardian and messenger of Tetris. Venturing for what appeared to be days on an astral ship, the three learned of far and forgotten realms before reaching their final destination, wherein they were able to successfully defeat a young astral dragon who was seeking to destroy some arcane artifact held within the temple. The three then were transported back home through powerful arcane means and woke with 3 curious coins, one for each, possible boons in their journey to thwart the rising evil in the lands of Kyrios. The remainder of the party wakes the following morning, ready to finish their immediate goals in Midport before connecting with Captain Braddard and the crew of the Gale Runner and setting sail north. And that's where we are. Everyone's waking up, some with long rests and 3 surprisingly without. So what happens?
Well, Leon's gonna head off to the temple again.
Tinka slept like a rock. She's cheery and rubbing it into everyone who didn't.
It's a great morning. Happy morning, everybody. Good to see you. I'm going to go get some morning beer.
Didn't we all sleep so well?
I guess I'm gonna just go down and get breakfast. So we weren't in the stream, right? So
Right. Yeah, everyone slept pretty well otherwise. Silwen, who desperately needed it after nearly dying, taking some magical force to the face repeatedly. But you wake and everyone's for the most part rested, other than these 3 who look a little they don't look terribly worse for wear, just tired. Let's check everyone's
All right, hold on.
passives.
This is how Silwen wakes. I've posted it into the in-character channel.
oh god.
Is that Judy
So
Garland?
rested. No, it's Vivian Lee
Oh,
from
okay.
Gone with the Wind. Close
Yeah,
enough.
Gone with the
It's the
wind. Oh
Same
my god.
thing.
That's after Rhett takes her upstairs and makes her
Oh.
a woman.
Okay.
The next morning she wakes up and she's finally not a bitch.
I don't think that's how it works.
That's what happened in the book. Okay, that's literally how it happened in the book. It's weird. They had a weird relationship.
That's early 19th century, 18th or 20th. What was that century? 20th century writing for you? 1900s?
18th century. It was written in the 18th.
Yeah, sure. There you go.
Right? No, 19th century. 19th century because 1800s. There we go. Yeah, 19th
Alright.
century. Late 19th century writing.
There we go.
All right.
Okay. Well, as the 3 of you in the room with Anna, who will kind of backseat NPC collectively, wake up. Let's check. I think the only person who's going to notice this is Faylene. You notice that she is now carrying a different sword with her. Otherwise, she looks pretty much the same. And I'm sure she'll wake up and get ready in her newly found, or newly acquired normal people garb. Head down for breakfast as well. I know we had mentioned last time that the party wanted to try and find the sheriff before leaving. Is there anything in particular? We'll call this like a little bit of downtime before starting off on today's adventure. Otherwise,
What
Anything
did we
else?
want to talk to the sheriff about again, guys?
I guess just letting him know that we're back and seeing if there's anything he needs.
Yeah, we hadn't talked to him since like the time skip and anything like that, right?
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Then I guess we'll look for the sheriff when everyone's ready.
Okay. Is there anything in particular you wanted to do this morning, Leon, at the temple? Just catch up with Adric and Mixa?
Yeah, he would do the prayer and then just catch up, see, because one of them was which one was the one that was cursed or whatever.
The elder gentleman, Father Adric.
Adric. So just check in on him, see how he's doing.
Yeah.
But then otherwise, yeah, that's just like I said, I just want him to go and pray at the temple as part of his morning routine. Sure. That's all. So.
Yeah, when you get to the temple, Mixa's there. Mixa, the younger, is present, kind of going about his duties. Looks like he's burning some incense and kind of setting up maybe an altar space. You don't see Father Adric in the room or in the larger temple area. What do you do?
Sorry. So first he'll just go and offer his prayer.
Okay.
And then I guess we'll just approach Mixa and we'll just say, how's Father fucking getting them mixed up again.
Adric. It's okay.
Adric.
Too many fathers.
How's Father Adric?
The Father Elder. He tells you that in the night, Father Adric passed. And
Oh shit.
And though it looked like whatever it was that they seemed to try and recover from, maybe he was just too old to make it work. So he's busied himself in the temple while they are preparing last rites.
Okay. Is there anything that Leon would know that would be like a symbolic thing you would do for the dead, for the religion, or anything like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, it'll typical like a last series of prayers that happens from the priestly staff. Then there's an actual funeral that would occur later. He'd tell you that it would probably be planned for later in the week, and for the time being, they've got him covered and rested in his room while they're doing all the larger preparations for that event. But
okay.
He's probably going to go about the rites this morning if you wanted to participate.
I mean, time permitting, maybe. I guess I'll let him know that. I'll tell Mixa that. Me and my companions and I might be heading off on a journey, and I know that we talked about the tome the other day, and so I don't know exactly when we'll be back, but we'll check in when we are, I suppose. The last time we didn't tell him that we were leaving, so I want Leon to let him know. Okay.
Yeah, he's appreciative. Tells you that if there's anything you need from them before going, he knows it's things have gotten a little dangerous with the increasing war. So if there's anything that they could do to provide you anything, he'd be happy to, though they don't have much at this point. And he'll wish you well, and he'll actually pray for you before heading off.
So then we'll just head back to the inn, and we'll join everyone for breakfast.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, at breakfast, you see Thorny again, Cora, who was dead and now is suddenly not dead. They're busy making breakfast. This morning, there's a unique smell, this rich kind of wheat and barley smell. And as you guys enter the lower floor, these ones, as you pass by this room, there's some sounds and some heat. And looking in, there are some folks who are preparing a new batch of brew. They're brewing, making beer.
Hey, Tinka.
Ah,
Fresh beer.
Fresh beer.
nice.
Unfinished fresh beer. But yeah, I mean, it smells very bready, surprisingly, though not bread. The morning
It's the
breakfast
low
is
Yeah, I
vlogger.
get my hit points back.
yeah, the loaf lager. Everyone's got to drop a loaf before leaving.
That is not what that means. No.
Vulgarities. The breakfast this morning, it's a unique vegetable medley in like a cold stew, mostly pumpkin based since it's nearing the
Okay.
harvest season.
Filling's gonna just look for some bread.
Okay.
I want to eat that.
Yeah, there's certainly they have bread there. There's also of the bakery out in town. You could go and
Oh,
get
then yeah,
fresh.
she'll probably grab a something at the bakery.
Okay. Yeah, nothing in particular happens at breakfast. You do notice the crew eventually comes down. There's a few more than what you had previously met. There's the captain, a red-headed female elf, a male elf with kind of like purplish hair, a human with blonde hair, a halfling who has darker hair, and then a male dwarf and another human male who come down. Kind of all together, and they don't necessarily like sit near you, but they acknowledge that you're there and are part of the soon to be journeying together party. They have their breakfast and probably after.
So they look
yeah.
like just travelers, right? Because like it's weird to have all those races here, right?
Yeah, but they're also kind of comfortable in this particular establishment, probably because of their commonplaceness here. I mean, these are sailors who travel through this area often.
Oh, sailors. Okay.
Yeah, this is the crew of the Gale Runner specifically, so the ship you're going to be departing with. Yeah, I mean, there are otherwise a lot of humans around, but Thorny specifically doesn't pay any attention to the fact that there are other races or anything. They do notice 2 Crimson Guard who are they're not like fully dressed up, but they are wearing like their typical colors, sitting in the corner, who make eyes with just about everyone who isn't human.
Tinka smiles.
I'm gonna finger gun them.
Okay.
Oh, We're
It's
friendly.
catching on.
The finger guns. Roll for me a, just for fun, performance, because I think this will be fun. Oh god.
oh no.
And you too, Tinka, for smiling.
I have to okay, hold on.
You have to like,
perform that smile.
yeah, you're performing to see if, oh god, okay.
I
mean,
performed
you're
the
like,
fuck out of that smile.
It is a dope
Like
smile.
she's not that friendly, so she's trying her hardest.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you open your mouth, like your teeth kind of like show a little too much, like you're baring your teeth. They scowl and just kind of like start remarking to themselves. You don't know what they're saying, but yeah. Just...
Oh.
All
Someone
right.
Feel
saunters
weird.
up to the bar and orders a round for everybody.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Sorry about my friends.
I'm gonna whisper in Tinka's ear nothing, but like looking at them and like pretend like I'm talking about them back.
Tinka's gonna giggle and under the table cast prestidigitation to make the smell of a fart go over to them.
Okay. After a few seconds, you see them kind of like a little bit taken aback. Their face is sour, and one of them starts waving his hand in front of his face.
Wait, how far away is
lasts for
Soen
an
from
hour.
the guards right now?
Oh god.
Can we
I
blame it
sauntered
on
up to the
her?
bar. I sauntered up to the bar to order a round of drinks for everyone,
They're
You
like
farted.
30 feet from
and
you
I went
guys.
this way.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you getting
Oh,
for
did you say
everybody
there
in
were
the
30
ring?
feet?
Dealt it.
Yeah, 30 feet. Is that like
That
the
wouldn't
end?
work then.
The
It's
end
only
of the
10 feet.
cantrip? Okay. Yeah, no, they're at a different
Yeah.
table, kind of far from you. Then none of that happens, though. It would have been funny. So, are you getting booze for everybody or just those 2?
Yeah. I literally said, sorry about
The-
my friends.
To the
I noticed a fucking awkward interaction. And I order a round of beer for everybody using my
Everybody.
half-off discount.
your half off discount. Okay, give me a second.
That's right. My barred half-off discount.
Sorry about our friends. Meanwhile, she's one of them just got killed.
But
She was just
by,
crazy acting.
by people who are in the same organization.
Excuse you, I got the shit done. I found out where the kids were taken and my uncle.
Yeah, I had to drag you to the other entrance, kicking and screaming. You
The
went invisible on
kids?
me.
Minors, MINERs, not children.
Oh, okay.
They work in a mine. Okay, it's 10 silver with your half off to buy around for everybody in the room.
I just
not
assumed that
bad,
the
actually.
children yearned for the mines. I'm sorry.
We do not support child labor in this campaign.
Not yet.
Not ever.
Not yet.
Maybe a villain. We'll see. Yeah. So I mean, for the most part, everyone down there is just other sailors who are departing, kind of coming, going as you guys are having breakfast. Nothing in particular happens of note though. The two that were sitting at the table eventually sit up. They fasten the rest of their attire. They put on like, helmets and they head off. And if you're looking, kind of like following where they're going, you'd see it looks like they're headed towards the coast.
They even drink their beer that I got them?
They did.
Oh, good. Okay.
They
Okay,
they
so
gave
they weren't
you
rude.
just well, I mean, it wasn't polite. You got elf ears.
You do have those elf ears.
I
They
didn't
do be
cover them
elfin.
up this morning.
They do be elfin.
I'ma just look depressed and look down into my beer.
Okay. You just got the standard ale this time. It's fine. Nothing quite good. Bottom of the barrel stuff.
Tinka's gonna look Himothy right in the eyes
Well?
and say, "Whoever drinks it first." And then 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Just roll a d20 and I'll roll one for him. See who's as fast. Highest
Let
number
me
wins.
figure that out. Hold on.
It's gonna be Tinka. He rolled a 2. Oh, you both sucked this morning.
You guys both rolled a 10.
We both like choke and spit up a little bit.
I was like, it's too early for this. Maybe because of your
All right,
stature.
later.
Yeah, so let's try this again. Yeah, he acknowledges. Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the morning is a simple morning. Seems pretty peaceful, all things considered. Could be that this town hasn't seen the kind of war stuff yet. Though you do see soldiers from both sides seemingly kind of coming through. The first time you really noticed Cardinal Brotherhood, though, not a lot of them look to be wearing the same kind of gear. They all just are sporting some version of a blue. But you can pretty clearly tell that they're like strapped for war.
Wait, they wear blue and they're called the Cardinal.
Cardinal
Is it
Brotherhood,
really?
and then the Crimson Guard they wear red.
Oh, the Crimson Guard wears red, and the Cardinal Brotherhood wears blue. Okay.
Keep it simple with primary colors. Typical good versus bad. See how that story pans out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to go find the sheriff, I think you guys know that he typically hangs around like the guard station near the port. There's a place where they kind of like do their departure stuff from. It is early in the morning, so it's likely that he would be there.
All right, I'm ready to go to the sheriff. Who else wants to come and talk? Because I'll probably put my foot in my mouth.
Leon, I'll go.
All right, let's all go.
Great charisma. Yeah, when you get down to the port, I'm just gonna throw us on this map. When you get down to the port, he is standing out front. It looks like he's pretty busily sending people to their various stations. You see a larger amount of them here though than there usually are. It seems like typically there's only about 2 or 3. There are like 10 or so people, and they all seem to be wearing that blue for the first time since you've been here. Most of them have all just kind of had like normal, typical knightly attire, some light armor, but this time they're all a little decked out a little bit more, and yeah, they all are sporting some little blue sash or something on their person. He notices you as you're coming up though, and kind of gives a nod, but not like a knowing nod.
I guess Leon will just kind of head on up there and hey, Sheriff, how have things been while we've been gone?
while you've been gone, excuse me 1 second, and he'll like acknowledge to everybody else, like he looks like a little bit interrupted, but then kind of like tells them to stand aside. It turns around to you. While you've been gone, I'm sorry, I don't know that we've met before.
Oh no.
Who are you?
I guess Leon will be first surprised, but then he'll kind of quickly sort of realize that what's going on. He'll just say, "Oh, sorry, must have had you mixed up. Leon, nice to meet you, Sheriff."
Nice to meet you. How do you know I'm the sheriff?
Well, other people in town said that.
I see.
They pointed us your way.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, is there something I can do for you? I mean, we're kind of in the middle of a little bit of a strategy session, one might call it. I have a couple of things that I need to get done. Is there something in particular I can help you with?
We're just a group of adventurers just wandering around town here. We just thought we'd stop in and see if there was anything you needed help with.
Oh, well, welcome to Midport. Right now it's hard to say. There's probably always something we could use help with, though. Today's not really a great day. Give me an insight check. Yeah. You see like a distinct discomfort in his face. But he'll continue on saying, we're gearing up for a little bit of a we'll just call it a gathering.
Okay. All right. So just nothing's happened Midport lately. No, nothing weird or anything like that.
I mean, other than this war nonsense breaking out, no. We had some sheep go missing a few months ago, but that seemed to stop. Since then, everything's kind of just been business as usual.
Sheriff, what about this war? Do you feel like the town's protected, or like, are you feeling like there's going to be some invasion?
This town is uniquely positioned as, let's say, a neutral zone. I don't know, you can probably tell, and he kind of like in a hushed tone whispers over to you, making eyes with a set of Crimson Guard who are not far from where y'all are standing. He's like, I don't know if you can tell, but these few, and he'll like nod over. They don't typically like those who don't stand with them, and me and my people have made a pretty solid stance that we stand for all people. So here in Midport, though we can't really take sides, we have chosen to at least fly the flag of our brethren.
If you need help with anything on this, just let us know.
Of course. And what was your name?
Baleen.
Baleen. Well, pleasure. I see in his, like, he looks to you specifically and notices your elven physique. That means a lot. We can't stand what's happening, especially to the east of here. So it's always appreciative to have the possibility of more hands. But you should stay safe.
Did I go with them?
Did you want to?
Yeah, you're all with us.
I would
Okay,
imagine,
yeah, I would
everyone.
want to. I crashed. Tinka is gonna look at the sheriff and try and do it better this time.
Okay, you're gonna finger
And
then?
she goes, not yet.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Tinka. I fixed the well, or the inn, and I tinker. If you need anything fixed, you let me know.
Okay. Based on the fact that the rest of this interaction has gone good, he looks down. Well, like, please. Thank you so much. That's it's always great to have extra hands. I know. The town is very appreciative. Though that must have been months ago. You were here before?
A while ago. I come in passing sometimes.
Oh, great. Well, my suggestion, I don't know how you arrived this time. Don't head east out of here. You're particularly one that would be noted. Things have gotten pretty hostile outside the city.
Okay.
We were warned about going east, yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah, we You can see as you look around the town, though there are many humans here, we also welcome everyone. We'd like to keep it that way. So we're going to do what we can to make sure this doesn't head any further into our territory, at least from our side, though we're few in number. At that, he'll kind of bid you adieu. I've got to get back. Again, if you need anything, you know where to find me. I'm here most days, setting out orders, though I do patrol around a little bit. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. And then he'll turn and kind of head back to you, the rest of the group.
Tink is gonna turn around and make a fist and go, yes!
Leon's just gonna look at everyone and be like, what? All this time stuff, like, it really messed with things.
Someone's still depressed, looking down at the beer she took out of the inn with her.
Took the wooden stein.
She's public drinking with the wooden stein, just like really just depressed.
I'll say
Felt
while that
really
was
down as
happening,
someone-
the sheriff kind of looked at you, but then didn't acknowledge it. Like, whatever. Another
Bailey's
downtrodden.
gonna like rummage through her bag to try to find a present to cheer up someone. She doesn't really find anything except a piece of bread, so she'll hand it to her.
Here's this bread I got.
Luckily,
Tika's gonna go
Sylvan
bag
really
bread.
loves bread and is immediately cheers up and is thank you, and takes the bread like the little kids in Aladdin take the bread from him when he like is at the
The
supermarket.
small little
She
nipples.
like takes the bread. Yeah, right. It takes a little bread and thank you. It takes a little bite and just like holds it to her chest for a moment, savoring the kindness.
That's awesome.
Tika's gonna take an old piece of bread out of her bag and just do the same thing and eat it.
Team morning bread. Yeah. Well, I mean, as you guys are standing there, snacking on your bread, you
They
do.
say that man cannot live on bread alone, but I can. Sorry.
Loaf and lager.
There's an inn name waiting to happen. Yeah,
Really.
but as you guys are standing there, kind of like snacking, talking a little bit, you do see the few guard who had been standing by, the Crimson Guard, kind of walk over and they head over to a ship, and it looks like they're loading. And Himothy would know this and probably say like that it's Ethereum. It looks like there's a lot of it, being packed up onto these ships, that are all flying the Crimson Guard flag, and there are like 2 of them already docked, and then further out at sea, you see like six of these larger ships.
That's a lot. Is our ship like there is a captain on it or?
Yeah, I mean, you'd probably notice standing there just a few minutes, kind of coming from the inn, Captain Braddard and the rest of the crew heading towards you. I think you would know from the previous night, Himothy would have mentioned that they came on like a rowboat. So to get back to their ship, which is kind of docked a little bit out at sea, or moored a little bit out at sea, you'd probably all have to take a few trips.
Right. I see. When I see the captain, I'm just gonna ask him, like, Captain, are we gonna try to stagger our leave so we're not leaving at the same time as all these Crimson Guard, or is it safe, or?
Honestly, there's not much they can do here right now. This water and the water surrounding these areas they hold to the neutrality. We won't have to worry until we're a few miles off the coast, so we don't have any issues getting out of here. If you're ready to go, though, we can finalize our few things we gotta grab in town. Otherwise, I'm not really concerned about it.
Okay. I'll just look to the rest of the group. Whenever you guys are ready, just let us know, I guess. Let's let the captain know.
Yeah, if you want to do
don't have
anything else, you
left that
can.
do?
Liz and Vix are with us, right?
Yes. You notice that they're kind of straggling behind, and he is very quietly talking with her the entire time, just kind of as an aside.
I want to cast Speak with Animals and ask for dolphins to take me to the ship.
Okay. Roll a perception check to see if there are dolphins in the bay.
Good old bay dolphin.
Bay dolphins. Great look. There are no dolphins in this area. You do speak with animals.
Maybe some fish?
And there are plenty of fish. Little small ones where you guys are that you can see kind of in the beachy area.
Please crowd surf on the fish.
Like a giant tiny school of fish that I can crowd surf on? Yes?
A giant tiny. I mean, there's.
You know what I
there's
mean? Like a
small
bunch
cool-
of tiny fish in a giant school. Sorry.
Probably not big enough to carry you, but there is a small school of fish, little minnow sized, kind of going about, and you hear them saying all to each other, we gotta find food, we gotta find food. And then they're just kind of like scrambling around, and then a little wave comes by and they're like, ah!
Oh, little minnows, your life is so fragile. All right, what about some goals? A friend. Hey, do you know where any dolphins are? Can you ask for a big fish to come over here?
Big fish? Where's kind of big fish?
Big fish. Can you find me a friend? A friend, big fish. Find me friend, friend fish.
Big fish eat us.
Fish are friends, not food.
I lost my cousin last week.
I'm sorry about your cousin. Can you find me a... Please? Do you know where is your cousin? Damn it. Fucking, I'm gonna have to hear about all of his fucking friends.
Got eaten by big fish. Stay away from big fish.
Okay, what about like you know, a manta ray? Do you know where any rays are?
Yeah.
Can you bring one over here?
No. You just like you see that they're very clearly like super confused, first of all, that you're talking, but then also like one track minded to seek food and stay away from big animals.
Are they within reaching distance?
Yeah, sure. Some of them are.
I want to scoop out and pick up some and put them in like a little bag
Okay. Dexterity.
in water thing.
Okay. You got like a jar or something.
I'm gonna take them along as friends.
Still
They're my
waiting.
friends. I'm
Okay.
gonna use them to talk
Oh,
to them.
no.
Stowaways.
Oh my god.
Kidnapping fish. Yeah, roll a dexterity check.
kidnapping
Let's
the fish.
let's
Okay.
do probably just athletics.
Wait, you said Dex.
Well, I mean it's a dex based. Flat dex. Yeah,
Okay, wait,
not
sorry.
a save, but like a
No,
a
not
skill
okay,
check.
hold on.
So yeah, athletics.
Okay,
They would
like
be saving against
acrobatics,
you.
not animal handling.
Actually, yes, this would be animal handling. Good call. Let's do that.
Okay, hey,
'Cause
thank
your
you.
wisdom's
Sorry, I don't
better.
normally... Oh, bad.
Not as
Uh,
good. You reach down to scoop it, and you get a big old scoop of standing water.
You guys are pretty fast, huh?
Yeah, that's how we survive.
Why
My
don't you
falsetto sucks.
swim into this bag?
No, thank you.
Put the bag into the water so they can just swim in.
And they dart
I have
the other
food in the
direction.
bag.
They are gone.
Food in bag. Swim. Oh, fuck, damn it.
Gone.
Okay, fish.
I can't even convince minnows.
you do see like kind of like huddled into the sand a little far, not far off, like a crab that's like, please no, please no.
Are you judging me, crab? Are you judging me?
It scuttles off.
That's what I
Can
fucking
Can we
thought.
hear her say these things, or is this
You,
all like
you,
in our
yeah, you
heads?
hear her
not.
side. You completely hear her
Okay,
side.
all right. Failene's just following someone around, and she's like, "What is wrong with you?"
Well, you hear the animal language, right? Because you
I
don't hear it
don't.
in common.
Yeah, she hears it.
Yeah,
but I'm
so-
just
so
hearing
when-
her
yeah.
screaming at fish.
Just
Fish
understands
and
them.
crabs.
Just making clicking sounds.
Failene's
and,
just
and
like
clicking.
watching her, like, what is wrong with you, someone? What is? There's something
Those
wrong with
fucking
you.
minnows were so stupid. They're so stupid, and the crab was judging me. You don't understand.
Okay, I think you have some issues. I'm just gonna pat her on the head.
You
Love
don't
it.
understand, okay? I could hear them. They were speaking back to me. I'm not crazy.
You're just a little unwell.
I'm just a little unwell. I know. I know
Hard
you
joke.
can't tell. She just starts crying again into her beer.
The captain is watching all of this, standing with his arms crossed, kind of at a little bit of a distance, as like the rest of the crew is like loading up the little skiff that they've got, and we'll like look over in your general direction, and say, "You about done?"
I'm ready to go on the ship now.
All right.
Let's go.
Cool. So you guys are able to gather all of your things, gear and all. It does take 2 trips to get to the ship, but without issue, you're able to get on board. And now you're all on the Gale Runner. He'll
Can you
tell
remind me which direction we're going?
You're going first out west, further into the ocean, and then eventually north.
Okay, so not east.
Not
Yeah,
east.
not
You're not
east.
going
Not
east.
east. Not east.
Okay, cool.
I'm
We're
just
staying
gonna
away.
look at the captain and I'm gonna look at someone and be like, I'm gonna try to keep an eye on her, right? She's a loose cannon.
I appreciate that. Please, nothing reckless on the ship.
I'm gonna try my best to control her.
Awesome.
Does Sylvan still have her beer?
Yeah, she's
She does. 100.
Tinka's gonna try and sneak within 10 feet and cast prestidigitation and warm the beer.
a hot beer.
Mhm.
Okay, you roll a stealth check. Sullivan, roll a perception check.
Oh!
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh,
I
you,
win.
Oh.
you don't notice it. She walks by just real casually, and suddenly the next time you take a sip, it's almost like it's been in the sun a little too long. Starts to smell a little funky.
Someone immediately spits your beer out, like all over the place, just all over the deck, everywhere, because it was gross and she wasn't expecting that.
Failing's gonna go find the mop and bucket and hand it to her. Clean up your mess.
You
Okay.
want me to swab the deck?
Yes.
And Leon's just shaking his head this whole time. He's gonna look at the captain. He's like, Captain, I'm sorry. I'm not even sure if these are my friends.
Does someone hear that?
If you're stationed where you are on the ship, Leon would probably
Sure
be
am.
like here. No, that's probably a little too far.
yeah.
I mean, you can roll a perception check to see.
Yes.
Maybe a high DC on this one, but by all means, let's roll. You got
Nope.
nothing.
Roar of the sea is too loud.
Yeah, combination of things. Roar of the Sea, and then also this purple-haired elf kind of standing near you, being very raucous, talking about all the things that he does on the ship.
Oh,
Oh,
hey,
the
why don't you
good-looking
add
elf?
this to your list? I hand him the mop.
He looks you up and
And
down.
I grab the mop and I hand it back to her and say, no, clean up your mess.
If he's gonna look me up and down, I'm gonna try to look seductive. I'm a bard.
Okay.
Trying to drag my character over.
Yeah, by all means, place yourselves where you want to. Well at sea at this point. Yeah, he'll look you up and down.
She definitely all immediately sucks in, stips a hip out to try to emphasize her curvy figure, and definitely pulls some hair forward to look more mysterious.
I
Okay.
pull a bar of soap out of my bag and say, oh, here you go, Stinky, by the way. Here's some soap.
Okay. Yeah, I
Someone
mean,
takes the soap and chucks it overboard.
begrudgingly. Yeah, he kind of clocks both of you, and laughs at Phalion, but looks you up and gives a little face. Interpret that how you will.
Can I sneak back in 10
She's
feet?
gonna like whisper to her, to someone, I don't think we're his type, if you know what I mean.
Oh, he swings to the other team.
Like, look at his hair. He must. It's too good looking for a pirate.
For a pirate.
Wrong.
Let's
Oh, crap.
see.
He's just good looking enough. And Selwyn like gives him like a little eyebrow wiggle, like raises her eyebrows twice, little wiggle waggle.
Well, aren't you a spicy one? What's your name?
Sylvan.
Sylvan. That's quite an interesting
Sylvan, the
guardian.
apprentice of Yaspir, of course.
Yes, the bard.
Indeed, the same.
What a punce.
Fuck, I went Irish there at the end.
You sure did.
No, you sounded.
I got
it's
you
good,
there.
It's good.
You could he heard the brogue right there at the end. God damn.
He did. Oh, where do you hail from?
Oh yeah, I hail from place, little place known as Forgotten Isles, best known around here. So that goes by another name.
They're after me, Lucky Charm.
Are you mocking me?
After me, Lucky Charms.
He suddenly are you doing this in character? Let me ask that.
You know what? Yeah, sure. let's say
Your
that's a
accent,
character.
your accent went in character. Are you mocking me? I'm not quite certain.
No, it's just a habit. When I hear somebody with an accent, I can't help but parrot it. It's a real problem. My mother says that she swears she must have fucked a mimic.
Feeling just pinching the bridge of her nose at this point and sighing.
That's certainly quite the confusing statement. I'll tell you what. Welcome to the Gale Runner. My name's Galanir. I head up quite a few things on the ship, but mostly I'm the bosun. I handle a lot of repairs. I appreciate you swapping the deck here. Please keep it clean. We don't want any rats getting up top.
Someone just drops her arm holding the mop and looks like super dejected and starts swabbing.
His name is Galanir.
Galanir the hot pirate, going in my notes.
Hot pirate.
Got it.
ATC, welcome to the game.
I've been lurking. I've just been wolfing. I'm here. I'm listening.
My man. Yeah, he's gonna kind of go back. It looks like he grabbed a hammer on from his belt, and goes around, and it looks like he's just kind of like drilling in a little bit of nails here and there that have kind of like raised above the surface. Mostly his job is just kind of keeping things neat and tidy.
Bailey's just gonna lean on the side of the ship and watch Selwyn swab the deck with her arms crossed, just watching her smirking.
Are you gonna
I
watch me
didn't
the
do
whole
a very
time?
good stealth check,
Yes.
but did they notice me? They were pretty distracted by the conversation.
We are pretty distracted.
We were super distracted by the hot pirate.
Yeah, we were
Their
super
passives are
distracted.
way higher than your 7. They noticed it.
Yeah,
just
so they
didn't
just
say
know I'm
anything.
there. I haven't done anything
But
Yeah,
yet.
you're
the
just
thing is,
standing
we
nearby.
would have just been like, "Oh, she's joining us." We wouldn't
Right.
have thought anything nefarious.
Yeah.
No, I'm just spying.
He's just
I was gonna
listening.
make a fart cloud, but I didn't do that.
Why did you roll stealth if you weren't trying to make a fart cloud?
First I was seeing if they noticed me get within 10 feet of them,
That's okay. Yeah, okay.
and if they
that's fine.
hadn't, then fart.
Then fart cloud. Okay.
It would be like the worst use of a spell slot for me to cast invisibility just to fuck with her right now, but I'm considering it.
See, mine's a cantrip. I got all day.
The wafting farts
True.
around this ship.
Well, I could also make the beer stain just keep coming back.
Oh god.
Uh,
Anyway, yeah. As you're mopping.
wait, can prestidigitation refill my beer?
I don't think
No.
so.
God, if only.
It can warm it again.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't take you long to swap. I mean, it's beer on a deck. It's the whole ship is wet, but.
Great, Faylene, my work is done. Thanks, Mom. You want to give me my gold star now for my fucking fridge?
I boop her nose.
Are you gonna drink
I
that
look
beer?
less upset when she boops my nose.
What'd you say, Tinka?
What'd you say, Tika?
You gonna drink that beer? I'm assuming she has a hot glass of beer now.
No, I'm actually. This is disgusting. Why
Can I
did
have
you?
it?
Why are you? Sure. I just gave her my
Thank you.
cup of beer.
So she's just gonna turn it into apple cider.
Just prestidigitation it
And
into a
walk-
different beverage.
You can flavor it, so we're flavoring it
This is-
into that.
apple beer, hot apple beer.
Nice.
Like
it's
a hot apple
toddy.
cider. It's like a hot toddy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It still has a
And
very
it's Tika's now.
it has a very distinct warm beer undertone, but it does taste like apples. It's not good, but it's not the worst thing either.
Is there
I'm
anything
sure
edible on
Tinka
this
has
ship?
drinking.
Worse.
Yeah.
Someone heads
Do-
below
Do
deck.
you want
looks
more
like the kitchen.
bread? Oh, okay, she said it down there.
Gone.
Bye. See ya.
Yeah, below deck there are shipping containers full of supplies. You also see cannons on each side. Not typical of merchant vessels, but it appears maybe this has been a little bit retrofitted as of late. And then if you go even
Were
further,
the cannons there before
you wouldn't
for
know.
other people's sake, like tides?
Todd can investigate if that's something he wants to investigate.
Oh, my bad. Well, we said
Are there-
retrofitted, so I wasn't sure if it was a recent retrofitting or if it was an older retrofitting. You know, because certainly you can tell
Sure.
if wood is newer.
Yeah, I mean, you would
Are there
notice.
any rats that would like run up on her? Because you mentioned rats before.
Why are you like this to me?
Yeah. Tide's a ship nerd. I'm sure he would be looking around.
Yeah, and we'll jump to you real quick. Yeah, I mean, as you're looking around, I mean, you spent a lot of time on this ship. You do notice that recently it looks like portholes have been added, and specifically that there have been 10 cannons specifically added, and you can just see that from the top. You don't even have to go below. So it's almost like the entire ship has been outfitted for battle, but it wasn't like this just a few months ago when you were running on it.
If he ends up having a conversation like casually with the captain, he would mention it like, "Oh, I see you got some upgrades."
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys would be talking, right? Just kind of catching up as the captain's setting sail and getting into the throughputs. Yeah, he'll say to you, yeah, after this whole war business picked up, we felt it might be, we'll just say, wise to ensure that we weren't going to come across any pirates. You know, we talked last time about how we've become privateers. We no longer work for the Emerald Company directly. So I purchased the Gale Runner outright. And you still notice, like, he's got like a little bit of a limp as he walks, but then he also seems to have like a something on his leg from his accident.
Noted.
Back under the ship, you don't notice any rats. You think maybe he was messing with you? At least nothing that you can see, unless you want to do an investigation
I
check.
lean against the hole and I try to see if I can sense any dolphins nearby to speak with. I'm gonna find those fucking dolphins.
Sure, roll another perception.
Turns out there's no dolphins in this fucking coast.
You don't see any. You know, it's shallow enough water that, I mean, like you can look down and you see a lot of aquatic life. Sea turtle goes by a bit of a distance, but no dolphins.
Turtle!
You're casting speak with animals again.
Well, has it been 10 minutes? I feel like it's been less than 10 minutes.
It's been far longer than 10 minutes to dock a ship and depart. Yeah, you're looking at probably an hour or so or better.
God damn it. It's a first level spell? Sure, let's use that spell slot.
Use it again. Okay.
Wait,
yeah.
what are you casting?
With animals again,
With
to
anim-
yell at the turtle.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean it's probably like a good 100 or so feet off, but you can see it because it's super clear water. You just shout to it.
I'm a bard, I can project.
Yeah. You got that.
Turtle!
It looks over to you, curiously, and it seems to like roll over and wave.
I try to gesture for it to come over, and I'm like, Turtle, have you seen any dolphins?
The ship is moving pretty fast by this point, but it starts to head your way to try and intersect. It gets about, I don't know, 50 or so feet out before you start to lose vision, and it says, "Dolphins!" And that's it.
Yes! Where? Oh. It's funny because Tide's probably the person best suited to do this.
Right.
Did we hear her singing the word turtle?
Yeah, I mean, everyone with a passive above 10, so I think everybody except Anna is like, why is she shouting turtle?
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's a turtle. Calm down.
Yeah, you all see it though. I mean,
Um,
it looks like it's kind of like coming to you a little bit, but like continues on.
That turtle acknowledged my existence and told me dolphins.
Told me dolphin.
I announced that very proudly to the group, like it's show and tell.
I'm just gonna look at the like hot sailor guy and be like, I'm sorry about my friend. She has issues.
Quite
Whisper
the
to
wild
him.
one, isn't she?
Yeah, she's got some problems.
Like a little
Yeah, I don't know where we
firecracker.
picked this one up.
I'm too far to hear this.
Oh
Too
yeah,
far.
you're under the deck. Below deck still. Yeah. I mean, he just kind of like smiles. What were you saying, Leon?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess Leon's just gonna express similar sentiments to the people. I guess the captain and this elf around, just like, I don't even know where this one came from. I'm sorry.
The red-headed elf. She'll look over to you and say, "We see this a lot of time with people who haven't been on boats a lot. I mean, obviously we don't take a lot of new folks on our ships, but I wouldn't pay it too much mind."
Okay. And just understand that yeah, she's not a reflection of the rest of us. Okay.
The red elf's a homie.
She laughs.
Be a real one.
she a real one. Yeah, she laughs. And noted. Yeah, I mean the rest things from here, for the most part, you guys are starting off on this journey. Anything you want to do? You got downtime.
I'm just gonna find someone and be like, stop embarrassing us.
What?
You're screaming turtle. Everyone heard you.
I was speaking to a turtle.
Okay. Don't tell other people that.
Is there a 5150 in this world?
Send her up to Parsons.
Interrupt him. You are not going to fit
You're
right
on
next to me.
Parsons.
You're not going to do it.
I will absolutely
Danger yourself and others.
I will absolutely create a Parsons now for this world because of that question.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, so
Someone grabs Baleen by both shoulders and shakes her. Why don't you understand that I can speak with you?
I'm just gonna like hug her and be like, it's okay. It's okay.
Is this the same crew that was on the boat when Leon originally was on it?
yes, for the most part, you do note there's a particular absence of one first mate. And oh, by the way, Tide, you're the first mate now. That happened while you were out last time.
Oh,
I
Oh,
resigned
fine.
you up for it.
You got conscripted. Fine.
I did see something about mariner's armor.
Yes,
What's-
you also have Mariner's armor. It was identified while you were gone. Himothy gave it to you.
Okay,
It's a
that's just
breastplate.
That's just in the book, right?
Yeah, it's a standard item.
Okay.
Yeah, there's. I mean, you kind of have a job to do, right? The last time, just for recap's sake, Captain let you know that in one of their last journeys, there was a storm at sea, and the previous first mate got drunk and fell overboard, and they weren't able to find him, and so they think he's dead, unfortunately.
And is this light, medium, or heavy version of mariner's armor?
Light. I
Okay.
think.
Thank you.
I need to double check my notes, but I'm pretty sure.
I
You can wear it.
pause. I
Mhm.
can't remember. Did I ever get through to anyone at the conclave?
Yes, you did. There
Okay,
there was a more senior elf that you spoke with. I gotta go back and find the dude's name. Who
Was I
you
supposed to send him another message? 'Cause I
this
don't
morning?
remember.
Yes.
Okay.
Good memory. Yeah, basically in the message back and forth, you'd noted that there was some weird time stuff going on. He didn't know, or they didn't know who you were by name, but they were appreciative that you would say something, and said, "Feel free to give us more information if you know anything. Keep an eye out, basically."
Okay. I guess when I woke up this morning, I just would have told him where we were going, and that we'd be back at the port or whatever in
Awesome.
however many days you guys said.
Yeah. I mean, you
guys told
expect
us.
you expect the journey to take like round trip no more than a week, or roughly a week, barring any kind of travel issues, anything like that. It'd probably be about a week to at least get to the location. unless there's something specific you wanted to
Okay.
do. But you also have the ring, so you can update them.
Right.
Cool. Response again. Thank you. Please keep us updated if you learn anything. This is concerning. Simple message back.
Okay.
Cool. Gotta pull up my lore doc to remember that dude's name.
Yeah, Leon will just go kind of around and talk to each of the crew members and just kind of catch up and just say, it's good to see you again, and just see how they've been, and just exchange some pleasantries with them while we're sailing.
Yeah.
But the ones that aren't like overly busy with their jobs anyway.
Sure. Yeah. So the red-haired elf is Callista. She is the navigator, who kind of you know her well enough from the months-long journey that there was from the original island of Tetroas to Midport. She is, I don't want to say like super busy, but she's being attentive to at least like currents that you can see, shoals that may be running close to the boat. You also have Galanir. He's like really cocky, but he welcomes you back pretty heartily. Good to see you again. Then there's the female. Actually, she has brown hair, not blonde hair. I apologize, guys. Who you know as Olivia Everhart, who is the surgeon, the ship's surgeon. And then there's Daisy Copperkettle, who is a half elf. Halfling, sorry, not half elf. And then there's a male dwarf, this guy, Dolan Flintvane, and then Macklin Tarth on the front of the ship. And the last two kind of just seem to be boat hands. Previously, they were mostly just like merchant. They would haul stuff, do regular riggings and stuff on the ship. Nothing too crazy. They didn't have like titled positions. But yeah, they're all glad to have you back.
So Leon will just, he'll just go around, greet them, just how's it going? How's the weather? Just kind of just small talk while we're sailing, I guess.
Yeah. They're all very, very casually kind of going about their duties. I mean, once they're on the ship and you're on the ship, there's not like a whole ton of things that you have to do other than like making sure sails and stuff are tight. So they're willing to engage in conversation with you for the most part. You find Daisy down below decks. She seems to be like sorting through a bunch of the stock that they've just picked up, and she's putting it all away in various other crates that things should go, smaller crates. And she's busy at work already kind of preparing food for the day. She's the cook.
Alright. And I don't know how much, and then I guess after that, Leon will just, pull out the book and keep studying.
Keep studying. Love it. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got plenty of downtime. If no one else has anything they specifically want to do on this day of travel, we get to do some fun rolls.
Yay! Rolls.
Okay.
We love random activity rolls. Someone roll me a d6.
Who's gonna do it?
I'll roll a d6. Oh, someone already did.
Dylan
Sorry.
rolled a d6. Cool. 3. Alrighty. So
What's
as
gonna
you're
happen to me?
not you. This is journey level stuff. As we're heading out to sea, a few hours pass, kind of unencumbered. Nothing really of notice happening. You do see a lot of other sea life, kind of floating about. The further you get out to sea, the less you see of it because it gets deeper. But after a few hours, you see on the horizon what looks like a line of ships. And they're pretty far off and seem to be,
Oh my god.
I don't know, quarter-mile apart, each one of them. And as you guys are sailing closer, the one that's closest to you starts waving flags. And the captain will note that those are usually the symbols to communicate with one another that you need to stop. Anything you guys want to do right now?
Can we tell it's stopping?
The ship is still sailing. This is quite a distance off still, so you can tell that they're slowing pretty drastically. You also, I think everybody but Anna will just like naturally perceive, and especially if anyone calls this out, the ship that's closest is also kind of waving to the ship to the left of where you guys are headed, to your left, to their right, and doing the same, like waving these flags that are like white and blue. Look like they're giving signal. As you get closer, you notice that they're all flying, as best you can tell, Crimson Guard flags. And then one of them starts to sail a little bit closer to you as well.
Well, if Tinka notices this, she's going to go to the dwarf and ask him if the Crimson Guard is nicer to dwarfs than they are to gnomes.
The Crimson Guard. They don't really take too kindly to anyone who isn't human, so I would say no.
So we're both about the same level of fucked if this goes wrong.
Honestly, most of this ship.
All right, what do you guys normally do in a situation if it goes ass up? You just roll with it? What do we do?
Well, we're a private vessel. They shouldn't stop us for any reason other than wanting to check cargo. Though, honestly, we all just kind of keep quiet. There are many more armed individuals on those ships. Looks like there are about 6 of them, best I can tell. We should probably
Okay, I'm gonna
keep calm.
pass that message around to everyone from my party, and we will do our very best. So Tinka is gonna try and go around it quickly, especially to Zilwyn, and say, "Let them handle this. Stay quiet. They have more people than us. If we piss them off, we're fucked. We need to stay quiet. We need to stay calm and let them handle this."
I'm gonna hand another piece of bread to Selwyn to keep her busy.
I love how we're just
Someone
passing
takes
bread.
a piece of bread very, very reverently. And she looks at Tinka and nods her acquiescence and then asks, "Can you change the flag to be the royal flag so we can just sail through?"
Me?
Who are you asking?
I don't think there's an
Anyone.
option for that.
Prestidigitation.
It's too blurred.
You can
Tinka's
make a
gonna
color,
say
a
to
small mark,
Zilwyn.
or a symbol appear on any object or a surface for an hour. So I was thinking that
Small object, right?
Small object.
Yeah.
It says an
I
object.
think
It
it's-
doesn't say
An
small.
object doesn't say small. Okay.
It just says an object. Doesn't say small.
Yeah.
You can make a symbol appear on an object or a surface for
Oh,
1 hour.
okay,
you
yeah,
can
yeah,
make
yeah.
the royal
I'm
flag
Failing
appear.
just gonna talk and be like, I don't think it's a good idea. I think we should just, do what they normally do. Leave it with the sailors here and let them handle it. Let's
So
not
when
fuck
look
with
for
it.
another turtle.
What's wrong
If
with
anyone
this?
talks to you, act simple.
Oh god.
I think that's the way to go. Look for a turtle, talk to the turtle.
Did you see a turtle?
Yeah, I saw one over there. She points just out as far away from everyone else as possible.
Make a
Dylan runs
deception
to
check.
that-
Okay.
If you're gonna do it, okay. And then I don't know, roll up. I don't know, insight. Yeah, insight.
Okay.
Someone. You don't believe her.
But
First
I
of
feel
all-
like not believing me would make her want to go check more.
No, I'm gonna give her like the stink eye. Like, first of all, you don't know anything about my relationship with the turtles. And she just turns on her heel and walks towards the front of the ship.
Okay, I'm gonna try to
Alright.
grab someone by the shoulders and be like, please, just stay quiet and let the sailors handle it, alright?
About the time.
Persuasion.
Okay. I guess the question is, you can roll something if you want to, or do you believe her? Do you acknowledge that? That's up to you.
Listen, can they see our flag really well from here as it is?
Yeah, I mean, you'd at least be able to tell colors, and then like if it had a symbol on it. The Gill Runner's flag is kind of bland, like a taupe colored, and it happens to have just like this simple merchants emblem on
There
it.
is a symbol though that
There
you
is.
couldn't really tell what it was from far away.
Yeah, once they would get closer, they'd be able to see it. I mean, where you guys are at now, it's probably still a little too difficult. You can just see that they're waving flags from a distance, which is usually clear communication. At least Tide would know that. That's a way
Sylvan
to...
ignores everybody and she scurries up the fucking pole and casts Prestidigitation. And does it herself. I forgot that I have this cantrip.
Damn it.
Forgot
So
I
the
have
only
it.
thing I would say is it's not going to remove anything that's there. You're
Right,
just
you're just
adding
putting it
something
on
on
top
top
of
of
it.
it.
I'm right. I'm just putting it on top of it in like darker colors to block it out.
Can I just try to grab her as she's scurrying up the pole?
Make an athletics check, and then both of you. This is gonna be an opposed
Okay.
athletics.
Oh.
Don't roll a 1. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
it's bad.
Phaelin tries to grab you,
I
but you're a
will
little too
just-
quick.
I will just say everything else on the spell says 1 cubic foot, so I would safely assume that this would also be 1 cubic foot, just because it points that out in several different areas of the spell.
Yeah, it does on a couple. It doesn't on all of them, but it does on a few.
Let me read this real quick.
But I think it's
It
because
is
of
a
the
small
nature of what you're
area.
doing. Cleaning and soiling an object or chilling, warming a flavor are chemical reactions versus
You
just,
make a color or
it's
a
small
non-chemical
mark.
reaction, right?
It distinctly
Or a
it dis-
symbol.
Yeah, but it distinctly says small.
Right, I'm
Right.
just doing colors, but on the mark, not on the symbol or the color, right?
I'm gonna rule that because it says small mark, it's also implying small symbol. So I think 1 cubic foot is fair. So I mean, you can go up there. The
Yeah.
flag's like 20 feet.
Yeah, there's no way I'm doing that. That's obviously stupid.
Okay. Yeah.
I just get up there and I'm gonna screw up to the crow's nest to watch then. I'm just looking. I'm gonna stay up there out of sight, out of mind. Nobody can see me.
Okay.
I'm not a foot. I won't cause any problems. And I'm just gonna glare down at Faylene
You
and
are
at
the
Tinka
crow.
and cross my arms.
Okay. As you're going up, Galanier is like, whoa, where are you going? And like you just scurry past him. He watches and is like, he'll look over to Phelan and be like, she's feisty.
Yeah, she's almost gotten us killed a couple of times. I'm really worried.
Let's hope that doesn't happen here. Can't afford to die.
I hope not. I had no idea how to control this woman.
That was your first problem, is you can't control the woman.
So it doesn't take long, and the ship gets very close, nearing close enough to moor or dock with you guys. It appears to be the captain of the other ship. He's on the topmost deck. Shouts down to the captain, "Where are you going?" Captain Braddard will say back, "We're merchants passing through. We need to go pick up a new shipment. We have all of our legal papers to come through. Nothing in particular of note." The other captain will say, "Hang tight. We've got a dock and check." After a few minutes, I mean, it probably takes about a half hour or so to like moor up to these two ships side by side. They eventually place this long dock type thing, or like plank situation across, and 6 Crimson Guard soldiers come aboard. They don't look threatening. They're just kind of like casually they'll come and like talk to each of you, and then 2 of them head down below and start checking things out. Captain Braddard totally accommodating at this point. Most everyone else is like pretty chill. The rest of the crew at this point are willing to engage and kind of talk to them, though they tend to avoid anybody who is short.
Hell yeah.
So they talk to Galanier, they talk to especially the humans, and then for the most part they're nice enough.
They're discriminating based on height? What are they, a theme park ride?
What are they, you?
Oh my god. Bridget and Tinka are both offended.
Respective short person.
Oh, my God.
Didn't you tell me in an early session 1 you didn't like kids or dwarves or gnomes?
Someone's not sexually attracted to them.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
different.
It's different. Okay. Yeah,
She's
I
fine
mean,
with them as
they-
people. She's just not gnome sexual. Okay, I think that's a very valid position to have.
that's fair.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
so,
is dragon sexual because she's a bard.
because she's a bard. Yeah. So I mean, a few minutes pass. The guards kind of keep walking around. They do stop pretty much everybody and ask like their experience on the ship. I think the only one who really unless you're trying to deceive them for any reason, who they really stop and spend extra time with is Tide, because he's not a race that they've seen before. Genasi exists, but they're few and far between.
He's AFK, so just a heads up.
No,
Oh,
I'm
he's
sorry. I literally just got back.
Okay.
He'll do some shape water cantrips, show off a little bit.
Okay.
To the Crimson Guard.
To the Crimson Guard.
Yeah, you know,
Why
they've
not?
never seen me before, so maybe, you know,
Yeah,
maybe if I
they'd be
impress
intrigued.
them, they'll like the party, you know.
Yeah.
Since we can't rely on the one screaming turtle all over the place.
Give me a
Am I not
performance
turtly
check.
enough for the turtle club?
Doodle.
I'll do performance check.
Yeah, performance.
Let's see.
Okay, these guys are blown away.
Oh, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah. They're like astonished. I think you guys all probably know like magic is a thing, but like not a lot of people have magic. It's pretty uncommon. So the fact that all of you found each other and most of you have magic in some capacity is, first of all, strange. But these guys especially don't seem like they've ever seen anybody who's been able to like manipulate water. So like they're like blown away. One guy even like sticks his hand in the middle of like a ball that you're holding up. He's like, "Is this for real?" He's like astonished. And then the two guards come back up from below. After it probably takes them like 45 minutes or so. Seems like a long time, but eventually they come back up. They shout back to their captain. Nothing out of the ordinary, just a few things. And then the second one that's coming up is carrying with him a crate, and it's got a bunch of stuff in it from below.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Jilly. As they come by, the captain, he just kind of nods, though you can all see like he's got a little bit of a disdain in his face, but he's just like, all right, whatever. And then they eventually start heading back, and they do carry off this crate unless anyone does anything.
Sylvan does an acrobatic leap from on high where she finally reveals herself, but she makes sure she keeps her ears covered behind her hair this time.
Acrobatics check.
Please a one, please.
Finally, my proficiency knows no bounds. Beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, you're able to successfully jump down. I mean, it's pretty high. Are you jumping
I did a
straight
backflip.
down, or
I
are
did
you?
a backflip. I did a
Okay.
backflip.
From
I did
the top of the crow's
specifically
nest.
from the top of the crow's nest. I did a backflip, aerial, step out, layout.
Flyer over here.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
I did do like 7 years of gymnastics and tumbling. So those are real moves, okay? And you can do
Yeah,
them.
but do you understand
You
how high a
can.
crow's nest
Yeah,
is?
it's 42 feet, so you're gonna take 46 of damage, though you successfully
what?
hit it. You take 18 points of
Whoa.
damage and nail the deck. Looks cool.
I didn't land good. I
Your,
landed
the
good
purple
though, right? I
pirate
stuck
see it?
my landing. I
your-
stuck it. I
your
rolled a
jump
right.
was super sick. You hit the ground like 3-point landing, but you hear like a crack from your knee. I love fall damage in D&D.
Rayleigh's just gonna sigh again.
When you do that, the two that are walking off the ship like jump back
That was my
a little
That
bit,
was my screen.
and like one of them like draws his blade. Then he sees you kind of like you're wincing hella hard because that was painful, and he puts it down and he laughs and shakes his head, and then just continues on.
Wait, sir, do you have a turtle?
Leon will head over to talk to them wherever they are and be like, don't worry about her, guys.
Okay,
This is
yeah.
it's just our ship's clown.
Tell him she's simple.
Make a persuasion check.
Simple. Technically, she is the ship's clown. She's bard
gives-
and she's performing.
Someone gives her best. Someone gives her best fucking simple face. Tries to look really dazed and like lets her eyes look really glazed over, looking off in the distance with a big smile on her face.
Okay, you give a performance check. They believe Aphelion so far. Yeah, you believe it. Like,
Great.
they're like, you guys just gotta be careful with one like that. They can be really dangerous in a situation at sea. Just keep an eye on her.
Absolutely, gentlemen. Thanks for understanding. We mean you no harm.
They get y'all travel safely. Just make sure if you come back through here, you've got all the papers and everything in line. We're stationed up here, as far as we can tell, pretty indefinitely.
Alright. And as they leave, Leon's gonna give Sylvan the stink eye as well. Just hell.
Kalen's gonna just walk
She makes
up
the
to
fondue
someone.
motion of the Italians.
She's gonna walk up to someone, touch her leg, and heal her for 8 points.
Okay, cool. Yeah, luckily you didn't break
You-
anything.
Someone just hugs Faeline's legs.
still on the ground, like
Yeah, still
damsel.
on the ground, just reaches out and holds them and hugs them. Thank you. And then she reaches out a hand for a piece of bread.
Yeah, she hands her another piece of bread.
You're
You got her
Pavloving
treat.
Sylvan.
We're gonna run out of bread, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
have to
got
buy more
tons of-
bread.
Yeah, Tinka's got a pocket, like a bag full of
That's
bread. It's
right.
just old.
Tinka keeps pocketing.
What is the
bread.
never-ending bag called?
A bag of holding.
A bag of holding.
Imagine
Yeah.
that, but it's only bread. Tinka's been
I wish I
stashing
had
bread
a bag of
every meal.
holding full of bread.
It's not actually one, but it's pretty much one.
it's just a rucksack full of bread. And some of it a little older
She's
than
like one
others.
of those old ladies who always has like a hard candy in her purse.
Yeah, well, she's old.
She is
She's
old.
over 200.
Which
Technically old, but
I
it's
like some
she's more
bread.
like a French peasant circa the Bastille days.
just old,
The bread of
old,
his life. That's all we had.
old, hard, crusty baguettes.
Yeah, they're not nice bread anymore.
Okay, it was great to dip in soup. Okay.
Yeah,
Calm
and you're
down.
surrounded by salt water, so I mean,
Hello.
not clean. Yeah, they all reboard the ship. You can't really tell what's in the box. But they eventually
in the
board their
box?
ship and sail past you. They let you kind of move on, but you can see as you're continuing on, their ship does come about and eventually rejoin the other ones. It takes, I mean, an hour or so before you don't see them on the horizon line anymore. But otherwise, you're back to smooth sailing. The weather is clear, nice. Yeah, the ocean starts to get a little darker as you get further out to sea. Put you guys on this one now. This will actually show you the decks as well.
Aw.
Yeah. So as you continue on, the waters aren't rough, though this image makes it appear that way. It's still relatively calm, waves and stuff, but you do end up in darker water, deeper water, and sailing for the rest of the day is smooth. Anybody else want to do anything?
I think I all got. I think Tinka. No, she's free. I'm gonna have Tinka go up to Viz and just practice taking Tinky out.
Okay. Yeah. Viz, excitedly when you come over, especially to talk about your familiar, he very quickly pulls out his, and then so will Vix. They seem to like to play with each other. And then roll a, just for kicks and giggles, an Arcana.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean it's fine. You go to pull out Tinky, and you're doing the incantation, waving your hands around, saying the words that you gotta say, and he comes into existence. But after a few minutes, he just pops back out, and then it seems like he's he was there. And then Viz will say like, you just got to give it a little more focus here, like this. And then he dispels his, and then really quickly, just with a flick of the hand, comes right back.
Okay, and just a heads up, I'm casting it ritually, so I don't have to use a spell slot, but each
Yeah, that's-
cast will take 10 minutes.
That's fine. Where we get plenty of time. Yeah. So
Do you still have the picture of what Tinky looks like?
I do. I haven't added it as a note.
Can we
but I
show them?
can.
They haven't seen yet.
Sure. Give me a minute. I'll add it as a an actual image. Yeah, so you've named it Tinky
Mm-hmm.
as its friend.
Because theirs are named Vizzy, and what's hers name?
Vixie. Vizzy and Vixie. Just that
Vixie, so
they've
it had
named
to
them
be
after
Tinky.
themselves, yeah. There you go. There.
It's so
Oh,
perfect.
so pretty.
Little Tinky. Yeah, when you see Vizzy and Vixie, they look a lot like their, it's like parents. That's not right. But Viz's is more black and gold. Vix's is this brilliant like silver and platinum, almost one singular color, but with these piercing green eyes. And then yeah, when you finally do conjure Tinky, it's got this embodiment of you as a tinkerer, right? It's got these little gears and cogs, though not mechanical. It's I mean, it's like a living ethereal being, but it definitely has taken on the personality of you.
And then there's parts of Vix and Viz in it because
Mhm.
there's silver and gold
Silver and gold,
accents
yeah.
from both of them. I love it.
Yeah, so roll another Arcana. Second time you give it a shot. Yeah,
Much better.
much better. It seems like after watching Viz this last time, it just kind of makes sense. Something about you, like your hand motion the first time wasn't quite right. So he helps you correct it, and then boom, there she is, full glory. He or she? Have you decided? Tinky in all their
I
glory.
don't know. Probably a boy.
Then there he is in all of his glory.
Spiky boy.
Very quickly, you notice as Vizzy and Vixie are like flying around, he joins, and they're kind of like all three like dragon buddies, hanging around on deck. They'll dart up into the sky, kind of chasing each other. They're like children.
Oh, they're babies.
I mean, they're very much like small pets. Yeah, there's
Think as a
something.
mom.
Tinka is a mom. She had a kid with this.
And Vix.
Oh,
And Viz and
no.
Vix, yeah, with the dragons. Yeah, as they're kind of flying around, they do notice Sylvan clapping, and will like swoop down really quickly, and Vizzy will like swoop to your legs, and both Vixie and Tinky will like fly by. Roll a athletics for Tinky to see how well he does at flying, doing a
Okay.
flyby for Sylvan. Yeah, I mean he's a little clunky. Yeah, he makes it. He maybe flies a little too close to your face, Sylvan, but
He's a little rusty.
Yeah, he's a little rusty. Pun intended. Gotta knock the dust off.
Okay.
But yeah, they eventually like perch up, and then you see Vizzy just does like this little puff of fire. It's like happy fire.
I don't think Tinky will do fire. I think it's just gonna do black smoke like a car backfiring.
This is the sound that comes out when he does it. It's like this deep,
Yeah,
breathy exhale.
he's too little to know fire yet.
Cool. Yeah, looks like they're having a lot of fun. Yeah, you can, once he's cast, you can keep him out and kind of like dispel him as often as you want to. Just with like a click of the fingers. Bringing him back that first time, either a spell slot or a ritual cast. But once he's
Yeah,
in
probably ritual.
existence, it's easy until he dies. It takes enough damage to disappear to the ethereal plane. It's kind of like he lives in a little bit of a pocket dimension, or you can just keep him out. It doesn't cost anything. Cool. Yeah, the rest of the day goes by uneventful. Nothing of note.
I've
sailing
gone
the-
downstairs to practice my forgery skills.
Okay. I forgot what the proficiency stuff is. I think it takes a while.
I love that for you.
I think it's like, I think I just rolled dex and something or whatever to see how well I'm learning. I don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna
remember.
Google it real quick. D&D it. Yeah, basically you're doing skill checks to see, like, you do it over time.
Okay, so
yeah.
it goes from a d20 to a d12 to d10 to a d8, d6, and a d4. Once you roll a 1 on a d4, you mark a training success, and you must gain a number of training successes equal to your proficiency bonus. Once you gain a number of required training successes, you're considered proficient. Do I only get one roll a day? Is that...
I would say probably, yeah. Like it wants you to. I think it wants you to go through them each time you train, right? You're starting big and then moving down.
Right.
What does it determine as success?
I'm taking a look here.
I should have looked into this before.
Proper score. Spend 4 hours at the end of practice. You roll a d20. This is your training check, and on the result of a 1, you've successfully made progress on your training. And then you can now roll a d12 instead of a d20 when you make your... Okay, so it's d20 first day, and then d12, so it goes down.
So it's d20 until you roll a 1, and then you can move to the next one. But when you roll a 1, you gain the ability modifier of a +1. So then the d12, when you roll a 1 on that, gains you the proficiency of a... I'm sorry. Once you succeed on a 12, you gain a +1. Once you succeed on a 10, you gain a +2. It's like the training sequence. So until you gain a 1 on like your whole d20 sequence is still kind of keeping a +0, and then you get to move on to the 12, roll a 1 on a 12, gain +1.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, roll a d20, see how learning's coming along. 16. It's a little rough at first. You clearly have the calligraphical skills. I don't know, that's probably not the right term. To make something look okay. Does it look like the signature? Not really, but it looks all right. Your penmanship's good. Otherwise, but yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It takes about.
It says that I can do 2 of those a day if I want to do 8 hours.
Yeah.
So
you've got most of the day.
Maybe I'll do another because there's
We're on a
nothing
boat.
going on.
Yeah, plenty of time while you're traveling. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like by the end of the day, you're getting a little bit better. Okay. Anybody else want to do anything in some downtime?
Yeah, so conveniently, Leon and Tide are over here. First, he's gonna pull Tide aside and make sure there's nobody else kind of around over here. And then I was just gonna say, hey Tide,